Welcome everyone to the show. I am your host, Don Vic. What's up? What's up? What's up? Everybody, it's been a while since I've been on here. Miss you guys. I know you guys probably miss me as well, but I'm here, back in the scene. Oh boy, man, it's been. How's everyone doing today? Oh boy, I miss you guys. Miss being here too. So, big shout out to everyone. This is the place where you find new talent, new face upcoming stars here live on the show all the time. Y'all know the vibes. Big shout out to ex Rumble Boxing, Damian Feldman, my brother Hazel Roche, and two-time champion. Everybody else, um, Mary Ellis. Big shout out to Mary Ellis, Evelina Destiny out of Philadelphia. Big shout out to Philly. You know what I'm saying? My people, California, as well. Vegas, what's up? What's up? Big shout out to Nicole, Sean, and everybody else on the team. Y'all know the vibes. Big shout out to all my viewers and all my fans that follow me as well. Boy, there's so much going on in this world. It's ridiculous, folks. I don't even know where to start. You know what I mean? Um, Oh, definitely gotta shout out my TikTok fans. My TikTok fans are no joke. Okay, I just posted a video like yesterday. It got like almost 3,000 views already. I got like 6,000 views. I appreciate the love, appreciate the follow. You guys are amazing. Thank you for liking my videos, mimicking music, but I love it. I love music. Always have been into it. So I do my little videos on TikTok, and I appreciate the people liking it and commenting on the videos. Appreciate that. Uh, Big shout out to the paranormal world, Sean, Alice, Victoria, Susan, Victoria, Pam, Harris. Everybody. Big shout out to my brother Mark Lee as well. I haven't seen Mark Lee in a long time. You know, Donnie Hall, my man Danny Hall. Also, big shout out to him. Um, uh, you know who I spoke to the other day that called me out of the blue? I love this guy. Um, Mike Wagner. Talk show host, radio show host, Mike Wagner. Big shout out to Mike Wagner and his wife. I love those individuals. They're amazing. He's always been the same with me. And, those are things that I always keep to heart. People that don't never change and be the same. That means a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? And Mike Wagner is one of those individuals. You know, I don't know about you guys, but, I live in Boston. For those of you that don't know, Boston is one of the highest tax racket cities in the world. I don't know how we do it here, man, how we live in here, but shit, things are getting really tough out here. Taxes is off the roof. The cost of living is off the roof. I mean, listen, people say if you can live in Boston, you can live anywhere. Kind of facts, kind of true right now at this point. Boston is shitty out here. I mean, it's a great city, great history, but shit, the cost of living out here is unbelievable. Jobs are starting to be hard to get. Like, I'm starting to pack my shit and head to the woods soon. Okay, like for real. This is like, like car insurance is off the wreck. Like everything that the government got is off the ranges. Insurance, taxes, you know, food. Like, like who does that? Like, I don't get it, man. But listen, folks, something needs to be done soon, or we'll be all living in the woods. Okay, for real. Already in certain parts of the country, like California, people are living out of their cars, out of their SUVs, out of their campers, people leaving their homes just because they can't afford it. And I don't blame them. I truly don't blame them. California is off the damn hook with the prices. Gasoline is still like $5, $6. Like, are you fucking kidding me for a gallon of gas? We got to find that kid, the black African kid that turns plastic into gasoline and buy some of his gas. For real, because it's crazy. It's really crazy. It's like we just working to get by. We're just working for the bills. That's it. If you if you'll be lucky enough to save to go for a trip, and shoot, man. And sometimes you think about it like, damn, I'm gonna go for a trip, spend 3,000-4,000 to come back and try to get that money back. And it's like recycling. Now you got to make money, invest it, make that money, make money. For real. And I see a lot of people struggling online. It's sad to see a lot of people, losing everything and crying. Or I mean, listen, I'll cry too, man. I'm not even gonna fake it. I'll cry too if I had those predicament where I got to leave my house after all those years living in it and paying for it, and I can't afford it, and I gotta leave it because because the bank and those loan sharks and thieves I call them thieves. Like, how do you pay for a house? How do you pay for a house for 500,000 or 1.5 million, and then the government can come in and take it at any time because you ain't pay your taxes on it? Well, shit. If you pay $500 million for a home, it should just be your home. You shouldn't even pay taxes on it. But it's all a game. That's just the way of them making money and still owning their property. You just living there for convenience. That's it. You're paying $1.5 million for a house for convenience. That's it. Because the day you stop paying for it, they come and get it. You feel me? So you lose your money, you lose your house, and all they do is take it and put it back on the market for some other person to come buy it and do the same thing. And that's what they do with everybody else. So it's all a game. It's all a money game. You can call it your house. Yeah, it's your house while you're paying those taxes. It's your house while you're paying those taxes. Stop paying those taxes. Miss a day or two. Miss a month or two of those taxes. See who be knocking at your door. And you'll be like, but the house is paid for. I paid 1.5 million for the house is paid for. It's my house. No, it's not your house. No, but it's your house, but the property ain't yours. The land ain't yours. You feel me? And even if the land is yours, you still got to pay something. What? This government got us all fucked up. Okay, we're going to speak facts today. Okay? Because the truth has to be told. All right? And we got all these crazy people, pedophiles, running around doing crazy things and, and nobody getting arrested, with the Epstein thing going on, Epstein's file, a lot of things popping up. Like, I don't get it, And then they want to distract you from what's really going on. Distraction is their biggest thing. And how can you you want to arrest someone for a bag of marijuana and give them 5 years for carrying marijuana or even a pistol, 2 years. But you don't want to arrest these pedophiles that got years and years of raping and murdering children and women, and nobody's getting arrested. I think in the UK, they arrested 2 people that were on the Epstein file. They're arrested 2 in the UK. Why hasn't America arrested nobody? Starting with our president.
Starting there. Okay, clean out that White House because I'm pretty sure if the president was in there, I'm pretty sure a lot of them were in there too. Maybe in the background. You know what I'm saying? We need to clean that up. You know, this world's being run by pedophiles. I don't get it. You know, I really don't. And listen, people, we need to stand up. We need to stand up and unite because what's coming for us ain't no joke. You feel me? That digital ID is coming soon where you're gonna have no control of your money, no control of your credit cards, nothing. They're gonna run everything. They're gonna tell you, I mean, it's already happening. You know, it's already happening. The digital ID. You know how? So if you drive like a Uber or something like that, everything goes through an app, right? Everything money goes through an app. That's how you get your money. That's what they're trying to do. Put everything through an app where you get like a debit card and everything goes there. Now, if you fail to do, if you fail to follow the law, they can control it and shut your whole thing down, shut your money down. You can't do nothing. You can't buy nothing. You can't eat nothing. That's how they started. It's already in motion here. Okay, they're moving slowly. It's the same thing with Grubhub and DoorDash. You know, people that work in those, you know, they give you a debit and it goes into your phone account, and from there you can withdraw the money. That's all. They can control that. They can shut your phone down and you done. You feel me? And I've always said to people, stop using credit cards. Use cash. Don't use those credit cards. Use cash. You're giving those credit cards power, and and you know, look at now. You know, a lot of people, you know, banks accounts are being closed. They can't control it because everything is through a credit card. Everything is through an app. And you know, and once those people control your money through an app, they got you. They got us. I'm including myself into that. Okay, they got us. We need to stop using those credit cards, man. I know people say, "Oh, it's convenient. I don't have to," but that's the problem that we're so comfortable with the way they treat us, and not even knowing that they setting us up. How naive can people be? Like, I don't get it. People will do anything just to be comfortable, so they don't have to do nothing. Lazy ass motherfuckers. Put it like that. I'm sorry about my language, but we got to talk like that sometimes so it can get through people's head. You know, people are sleeping out here. You know, and it's sad. And the thing is this, right? Other countries of look at Mexico. Mexico went all out. They went all out. They're having a war over there. They ain't playing. They're not playing over there in Mexico. But what's up with America? What are we doing? We letting everything happen. We're not doing a damn thing about these pedophiles or what they're doing to us as far as taxes and food increase. We're not doing nothing. We just sitting here and talk. I see all podcasters, all shows, and all we do is talk. Well, we should do this. Well, you know, America should this. Oh, the president this. Listen, it's time to it's time for some action. Okay? Time for some action. Let's stop the talking and let's get to walking. You feel me? I'm with it. Put the team together. I'm with it. Okay, veterans too. Veterans get together, put it down, put the plan down. How we gonna execute? How we gonna roll up in these people and get them out of office if they ain't trying to get off? Listen, it's gonna be a war. We got to get together. We got to plan this out. Okay, because we don't got airplanes, we don't got battleships. You know, we got guns, but we don't got the type of guns they got. So people need to have a plan. You know what I'm saying? Because when it goes down, it's gonna go down. We got to be ready. Now the military too. My military brothers and sisters, why are you guys fighting for these pedophiles? You call yourself military. Remember, you got families out here. Okay. Oh, well, my family's fine. Yeah, right now it is. But my military brothers and sisters are the one giving these elites power. You guys are the ones with the power. You people that are in the military, Navy, DEA, FBI, you guys are the ones giving these elites and these pedophiles the power because y'all go there every day to do what they tell you to do. Now, if you guys were to say, you know what, we ain't doing that. We're not going against our people. We're not being corrupted anymore. The system will fall. These people will, they won't know what to do. Okay. But because you guys keep pushing the agenda, right? Since you guys want to be puppets, that's why we in the position we are. Because we're not, you guys are not leaders. You guys are followers. All you military are followers. None of you are leaders. You think you're a leader because they give you a mission to do. That's a mission. You're not a, you're leading your own men into danger and to harm. Okay. Just because the man up there told you to go in there and go do something. All right. And a lot of the stuff, it's not even legal. Black ops, black operations. Go in there and do this, do that, kill that, murder this, murder that. Okay, we need oil. That's what it's all about. To protect, you guys are there to protect what they got. The elites got. If you guys fall back and say, you know what, we're not doing this, who's going to protect their shit? They're going to have to protect it. And listen, those are cowards. Okay? They hide behind the power and the guns. That's it. You take that away and they're nothing. They'll be hiding in their bunkers, scared as hell. You feel me? And that's true talk. So I don't know about you guys, but you know, I'm really like tired of it. You know, I see a lot of I see a lot of people suffering, a lot of homeless people, and enough is enough. I know they're having attacks, rally, some stuff like that. Man, what they're gonna do? Arrest everybody? People stop filing their taxes? Come on now, okay? And taxes was only supposed to be in there after World War II to support, you know, and get money back for the after the war, and that was it. And supposedly that's voluntary. Well, I didn't volunteer to give you motherfuckers none of my money, okay? And you guys got to think, it don't even make sense. Why are you going to work 40, 80 hours a week to give these people 40% of your check for what? What are they giving you for you to give them 40%? What? I'll wait. I'm tired. I ain't filed my taxes. I don't care no more. People be like, well, if you don't file taxes, they can take your license. And I don't care about no license. Who cares about a license? I'm going to drive anyway. They're going to catch me. You feel me? And there's other ways of transportation where you don't need a license. The scooters, you know, you can drive. They got these other bikes out here that you can drive that drive 60, 70 miles per hour. You can get wherever you got to get. You know, all license, that's part of the system. Social Security, part of the system. Birth certificate, part of the system. Everything, part of the system. We got to stay away from the matrix. You feel me? We have to stop using what they're offering us and find a way to do it without being part of this matrix that they got going on. Because if you do, you're going to be stuck into it. Then they're going to run your life like they're running it now. You know, we got to find ways to ditch this government and stop giving them the power. Stop giving them the power. You know what I mean? I am file tax. People say, "Oh, well, you know, they can." I don't care. Whether they're gonna put me in jail. So what? You know what I mean? So what? See,
problem is that we got a lot of scary ass people, and they know that. That's why they do what they do. You know, because they know that Americans are a bunch of scary ass people. They won't do that shit in Iraq. They won't do that shit overseas. Look at Mexico. They couldn't do that shit in Mexico. Go all out. That's why I respect Mexico. Mexico don't play that shit. They'll wild out. They'll burn the whole city down. Okay? And what do? Talk. Get on podcasts, talk, and nothing gets done. That's why we in the position we are. Because we're scared of the same people that we pay their way. You feel me? Our taxes pay for their houses and their leverage living, the rich living, you know. And what do we get? The sucky end of the stick. And not until we start to wake up and start to fight back, they're gonna keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna keep doing it. And just because you're comfortable now, that's the problem. Americans, a lot of you people are comfortable thinking that this ain't gonna affect you. Motherfuckers is gonna affect everybody. It's gonna affect you. It just ain't got there yet. Okay? So just because it's not affecting you, don't think it's not gonna come to you. Because remember, you're not part of that 1%. Okay, you might be a little wealthy, you might have your little things going on, but you're not part of that team. Okay? And they'll be happy to come take you first because you got a whole lot to take. You know what I'm saying? So you guys that have all that money should be getting together, planning something against this same people that are trying to take us out. Okay? Because like I was thinking the other day, I said, damn, we're the only country that our own government feed us bad food, feed us bad water, sell us everything high, food, rent high, and then kill us at the same time, and we okay with that. Make it make sense, folks. We okay with that? I'm not okay with that. These are the people that we put in power with our money. We supposed to control them, not them control us. But we've gave them so much power, they took all the power. And see, they got all the weapons and all the army. Without that, they ain't nobody. We know that. That's how they control us, because they got the army and the guns. And the jets and airplanes and the goddamn boats and all that. You know. That we paid for. Okay, so all that stuff that they got that they're using belongs to us. We pay for that. But yeah, we can't use it. They want to arrest us, put us in jail, and we the one paying their way. Make it make sense. You know, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Andrew Tate. For those that I know, a lot of you know Andrew Tate. People think, oh, he's crazy. He's always talking crazy. No, he's not talking crazy. He's talking facts. And he says sick all the time. Everything Andrew Tate talk about happens. Why is none of these elites locked up? Why? They locking everybody else up except the people that need to be arrested. Why hasn't nobody been arrested yet on the Epstein file? Why? Starting from the White House. See, you can't tell me, government, IRS, FBI, DEA, whoever the fuck you guys are, that I need to pay this, I need to pay that, when you guys are the biggest thieves in history. Okay? I'm not paying you a fucking dime out of none of that thing I work or file taxes, knowing that you guys
are the biggest thieves that there are in the world. Okay, for real. And we need more people to stand up. Okay, because this is insane. You know, when is enough going to be enough? When are Americans going to stand up and fight and stop talking? Because all I hear is talk, talk, talk. We need action. We need someone to set it off so that everybody can follow. You feel me? Where the rednecks at? All you rednecks that are against Trump and against, man, we need y'all out here. Get together, rally up, and let's get it popping. Let's bring it to them before they bring it to us. You know, because it's coming. People, when people start to lose the power that little we don't have any power. We do have power, but we don't have power, if it makes sense. Get together and rally up and show them that we ready for war. But because they know that 80% of the Americans are fucking scared because y'all scared of shit. They do what they do. And I don't know why you're scared. Why people are scared. Listen, we was born to live and we was born to die. And you know that your death is coming sooner or later. You know that's a fact. Everyone's going to die. So why be scared? Why be scared to stand up for what you believe in, for your children, for the truth? I don't care. I'm ready to roll. You feel me? I know I'm going to die one day. You feel me? One day I'm going to die. But if I have to die for my people, for you, fight for you, I'm with it. Let me know where I need to be, where I need to go, where we need to strap up, and we there. Okay? I'd rather go out in the bang than go out like a sissy and sit there and let these people do what they do to us. Big shout out to the Black Panthers. I know a lot of people be talking about, the fake Black Panthers. Fake or not fake, at least they standing up for what's right. What are you doing besides talking and running your mouth behind your couch? Potato couch. Nothing. That's all y'all do. Wah, 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 wah. Talk. Oh, this, is that. But you ain't doing nothing. You a puppet. You let them, whatever they say, that's what you do. That's why you against people like the Black Panthers and people that stand up and talk the truth about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of you people are cowards. Always want to stand behind the people that's sticking you in the back. Like if because you're defending them, they're gonna, when they come for us, they're gonna say, oh no, this person was looking out, they were talking good about us, let them go. They don't care about all that. You're gonna be the first one to go. Then you're gonna wish you had the Black Panthers there and whoever else to come save your ass or your family. So let's stop being cowards and stand up. I'm really tired of it. I see it all the time on the internet, and every day it's getting worse and worse. And my people, meaning you guys and everyone else, are sitting here watching and nothing is happening. So what are we going to do? We're going to wait until things really get bad, till we start eating one another, to then decide we want to do something, stand up and fight. It's going to be too late then. We need to fight. We need to rally up now. What you're going to do when your bank account is frozen, when you can't move your money? What you going to do then when your kids are starving and you can't get no money because they got control of it? They tell you when to buy. That's what the digital ID thing is. They control it. It's like a debit card. You look at a debit card, and through the phone, the app, they control that. They're going to control that. They're going to control how much you spend, how much you buy for food, and all that.
You jaywalk, you do something you ain't supposed to, they take it right out of your bank account. You can't do nothing about it because you don't control it. They control it. You just working to build money into that account, which is they control. And it's like you slaving, working to put money there. If they want, they can take it on. You gotta eat that. So is that what we're waiting for? Is that what we want as Americans? Or are we gonna sit and we're gonna fight back? You know, because this is insane. Rubio, what's up, baby boy? I'm sorry, man. What's good, baby? Nice to see you. Blastoli. Oh, Joe West, what's up, baby? Susan, what's up, mama? Susan, I miss you. You gotta call me, girl. Mike Wagner, I was just talking about Mike Wagner. Great guy. So, that's what I'm saying, folks. Are we going to, and there's, we need to talk about this because this is an issue. This is a problem for not just me, but for all of us. We all got to get up. We all got to work. And this is the thing. And then you got your Social Security benefits, people, that work all these years, they have pay for the insurance, medical insurance and insurance and Social Security. And then you get sick and then you go to try to get help. And it's like an issue to get the money that you already paid into, your Social Security and your insurance. And they give you a hard time to get you that money that you earned, that you work for back. And then they want to give you a sum. They don't even want to give you, a large amount. They want to break it down and give you, I don't know, $1,000 a month, 2,000, depending, a month. You cannot live off that nowadays. There's no way. Social Security got to be 4,500 and up for a person to be able to live off Social Security here in America, especially like in Boston, this big cities, California, New York, Chicago. You need to make, if you're going to get Social Security, you need to make at least 4,500 and up, and that's just to live above poverty. Okay, because rent can cost you $2,300, $3,000, where you will only have $1,000 at the end of the week. You got to pay car if you got a car, a phone, and food. You're broke. By the end of that check, by the end of the month, the second, third day, you're broke, and then you got to wait again. Unless you got a little hustle on the side, to make money. But not everybody has that. So what are we going to do? These people control everything. So, we're in a very, very tough position. And it's good to talk about it because we need answers. We need answers. We need to talk and figure out what we're going to do as the people. Yes, fight for freedom. That's the only way, Susan. And I've been saying this for a long time, What it is that we have a lot of scary people here in America. People ain't willing to fight until you really push the button. And even if you push the button, some people just stand there scared as hell and let them do what they want because they're scary people. And I don't know why. I really don't know why people are so scared of this government. Oh, they're going to take this away. They're going to take that away. You don't own it anyway. It's not yours. That's what we have to understand. What you have is not yours. It's not even real. Okay? Your home is not your home. You just paying. You're paying to live there. You're paying to live comfortable. That's all.
Your house you say you bought for $500,000 and is paid for is still not your house. Those people can come and take it whenever they want. So it's not yours. People, stop thinking that what you got that you think you own, because you don't own anything. How can you own something when they own you? Make that make sense. How can you own something if they own you? People, y'all need to wake up. We've been so brainwashed by this government for so many years that people are afraid to wake up and see the truth. They want to live behind those lies. And I don't I don't understand it. What's up? What's up? You know what I'm saying? We do not own anything. What you have is for convenience. You got your car, it takes you to A to B. Okay? You got a home, you pay mortgage is to live better than someone that owns an apartment. You have more freedom, you can do other things, but it's not yours. Okay? And when we start to understand that what we see is not real, we don't own anything. They own everything. Then maybe we're going to start to think different and do things different. Okay. All we doing is giving these people power, but what we do, filing the taxes. I don't know why people are scared. Listen, I ain't filed taxes in 5 months, in 5 years. I don't care what they say. I don't care if the IRS knock on my door, I'm gonna be like, what the hell y'all want? Oh, you ain't paid it. We're gonna have a fight. We're gonna be fighting. Okay. They might take me in, but I'm taking one of them with me. You feel me? Because I refuse to be taken advantage of. The abuse it's got to stop. And until we don't stand up and fight, we're always going to be losers. We're always going to be at the bottom of the chamber. Always. Facts. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Gossi? My man 50 grand. What up? What up? And that's just the reality of life, folks. Everything we do that we think we do for ourselves, it's not real, man. This is a fake world we're living in. Nothing's real. It's a massage. Everything is it's a paint. It's I, you know I don't know when this is gonna pop off, but I'm buying shit. I'm buying things. If anybody out there got them things and selling them things, holler at me. I'm buying everything y'all can get. When the motherfuckers come to my door, it's gonna be hell. Hell gonna be raising. You feel me? Facts. I'm going out with a bang. You know, facts. And I got a couple of my homies that were riding with me. You feel me? I got a team. We ready. But like I said, and I get it. I get it for some of y'all that got families, got your wife, got kids. Oh, you got to do your taxes to get a little bit of refund in the end. And people are happy with that. I ain't happy with that. You feel me? Because if you do the math, at the end of the year, every year, if they taking $40,000 from you, right, a year, because they got to take 40%, right? Same example. Same example. At the end of the year, they took $20,000 from you, right, and gave you back. I don't know, whatever. But they kept most of it. They kept the 20. In 5 years, that's $100,000. That's your life saved. That's your money right there. But we giving it to them. They enjoying. They're going buying yachts, boats, houses out of that $100,000 that they took from you in 5 years. For what? What? You can take that and buy your yacht, a new building, or whatever, and invest yourself because it's your money. You know what I'm saying? These just a bunch of gang members with suits, you know, and badges, but they're human just like you and I. They bleed just like you and I. You know, the only thing that they got is the jail system and the guns and the police. That's it. That's it. And at the end of the time, there's more of us than them. I don't even know how many of us. There's 9 million people here, and I don't even know. But the number's high. You think if they like when they do those little march on the streets when they fighting, I don't know, on the streets they're marching for Black Lives Matter or anything like that, dude, it'd be a mob of people on the street, and y'all gonna let 20 police officers that are blocking the street with batons in the suit. Okay, they got guns, but if all of y'all rush those cops at the same time, listen, you might get one to get shot or two, but y'all gonna control it. Y'all gonna take over like this. Within seconds, y'all got the whole stuff controlled. But because people are scared, instead of moving forward, they move back. There's no way. You feel me? Listen, it be over 200-300 people marching or more down the street with signs against a police department that's in front of them. Listen, if y'all people was to rush them, y'all take all the guns, y'all take everything, y'all be locking them up. For real, y'all be locking their asses up because it'd be too many. All right, I seen Chicago; they were out there marching for ICE. What? They were like 2,000 deep in the street, like 3,000 deep in the street marching. If those people were to rush the police station, rush the cops, there's no way that they're going to stop y'all. But until people stop being scared and stand up for their rights for real, they're going to keep doing what they're doing. You see, because they got the little blue suits, the little blue Smurf suits and guns, they think that people are scared. But they don't know is that we got guns too. We got more and bigger guns than they do. Okay? But until we don't stand up and show them that we ain't playing no more, that we willing to die, then they're going to be like, oh, shoot, she's really getting serious. But they know that 80% of the Americans are a bunch of scary-ass people. I tell you what, if it was if it was all black people, Latinos people, indigenous people here only, we would have been set it off. Sorry. And a few whites. I would say a few white people, you know, would set it off. Especially them country boys, you know, ready to set it off. You know what I'm saying? It's what you need. Because I'm tired. I'm really tired of seeing people going through what they're going through, you know, suffering, just so that they can get richer and richer and richer. And the more years go by, they take. How you go from 3% of taxes to 35%? Who agreed to that? I didn't agree. And I didn't volunteer to give them none of my taxes either. You feel me? I didn't. You know, and this is how you know you control. Because even if you want to stop paying taxes, you can't. Because they take it directly off your check. So how do you stop that? You stop it by not working. Find you a job that's underneath the table. Or open up your own thing. Put your own hustle. That's the only way you're going to stop that. And then if you do that, they want to come after you because you are their property. We are their property. Your mom signed that birth certificate, signed you over to the government, which was fraudulently because they didn't tell your parents what they were signing. Because if your parents knew that by them signing that birth certificate and giving you a social security number was them passing you over to the government, meaning giving you passing you over as their property. Listen, ain't no mother or father gonna do that. They never told anybody about that. People had to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? That's how they got everybody cut up into the system. You know, and so we need to fight that. You know what I mean? We really do. And I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I'm really done. Like I'm listen, it's whatever at this point. You know what I mean? For real. You know, it's really tiring. You know, and every day I get online or I go online, I see things and it's just tiring, you know, of hearing people talk. Do you know this? Do you know they doing this? Do you know this? Do you know that? I'm tired of that. I want to hear somebody say, we ready. We ready to go. We ready to rock and roll. Those are the people I'm waiting for to pop up. Okay. Oh, I'm not here to protect the people. Yeah, okay, you're here to protect the people, but what really are you doing? How are you protecting them? We need some action. We need some stuff to pop off. We need to go to DC, raggle up there. You feel me? Start snatching people up. You know what I mean? Then they're gonna listen. You know, get to these elites, people with power, find out where they at, and go rush their fucking house. You know, that's what I'm talking about. See how they like it. See, the problem is that a lot of people scared. People scared to talk. Freedom of speech, man. You speak your mind. I'm scared. Well, you know, you can't say certain things. Fuck that. Who's gonna tell you you can't say what you want to say? That's how you know that people are so controlled that they scared to say certain things. Listen, they ain't no. Listen, these people ain't nobody. They human just like you and me. They just got a little power. That's it. You feel me? And that's the problem that you know they want to shut you up. And listen, we're Americans, man. We ain't nobody doing that to us. Not even our own people. Not even our own government. We need to stand up to that. That's the problem. People are so damn scared. You know. Facts. So just wanted to come here really and just talk about this for a little bit and see what you guys think about it. Because, you know, I see a lot of people so scared and they don't even want to talk about it, but that's fine. That's your prerogative. If you want to be scared, you're scared. You know what I mean? We ain't scared over here. We ready to rock and roll, my whole team. You know what I'm saying? We locking and loading. It's just the way it's got to be. You know what I mean? Listen, if we lose, my team lose, they're going to lose. If I don't eat, they ain't going to eat. You know what I'm saying? 100%. You know, if I don't eat, they ain't eating. You know, and I do, and I start that by not filing my taxes. Fuck it. If I'm gonna lose, they're gonna lose. If I'm gonna starve, they're gonna starve. And that's how we gotta look at it. Whatever they putting us through, we gotta put them to the same thing. Stop going to work. You know, as long as we keep going to work, we feeding them. They're making money. As long as you filing taxes, we feeding them. They're making money. They're getting gaining power. We gotta shut that down. If we suffer, they suffer. Bottom line, you know, stop being so damn scared, people. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'll be like, man, I don't even want to say I'm American. You know what I'm saying? Just because people talk, oh, I'm American. I'm so proud to be American, but we're the fucking scariest people in the world. I don't want to be part of the scariest team. Fuck that. Not me. I don't want to be a part of the scary team. Take me to Russia. Drop me off at Russia. At least I know that they'll be ready to rock. They'll be ready to lock and load. You feel me? Send me to Russia. Putin, come get me. I'm down. I'll ride with you. You feel me? China, fucking ride with you. You feel me? For real. Because this place here sucks. You know, we ready to fight each other. Everybody ready to fight each other, but everybody want to fight the wrong people, the wrong team. Everybody want to fight the wrong team. We're ready to fight each other, kill your neighbor for looking at you the wrong way. You ready to blow his head off. But to the people that really are causing the problem, the people that are really the issue, nobody wants to say nothing about it. Everybody got their tongue in their between their cheeks. You know what? I was built different. You know, I don't care. I say what it is, and whatever was whatever. You know what I mean? Not that I'm tough or bigger than anybody, but you know, I speak my mind and I stand with what I say. You know, I am tired. I'm 56-year old, and what do I have to my name? I have my house, lost it. You know, money had gone just to pay these people. You know, then to find a way to, you know, example like I went to a couple years back. I was working and I think it was COVID. COVID hit, and only essential people can work. I was one of the essential people because I do construction work. So we was out on the street. So we got laid off. So they told us to collect, right? I never collected in my life, ever. I never collected in my life. And so my company said, you can go collect. I said, okay, whatever. I'll go collect. Now, peep the move. Peep how dirty these people are. I call in, I do whatever every Sunday. I call in, you know, boom. I'm not working, whatever, blah. They were sending me like $600 a week, something like that. $700 a week. Fine. I went back to work. I stopped filing. Right? I stopped filing because I was working. Next year comes, same thing. They laid us off. You can go collect. I'm like, nah, I don't want to collect. You know, I want to work or whatever. No, well, you know, it's no work. We got to let you off. Okay, cool. And now I go to collect. Now they tell me, oh, you can't collect. I'm like, I can't. Why can't I collect? I collected last year. Oh, well, you owe us $25,000. I'm like, what? Yeah, you owe us $25,000 because we overpaid you. Yo, I gotta laugh because it's funny as hell. First of all, number one, how do you not know that you're overpaying someone? Right? Constantly, every week. Like you don't catch that. Number one. Number two, how do I owe you 20? Like the money that you guys are paying me are the money that I worked for and put into that. Right? And you telling me I owe you $25,000. How? I haven't even collected that long to owe these people $25,000, which is my own money. Because I'm collecting. I'm collecting what I worked. You know, I'm collecting what I worked. So how are you going to charge me $25,000 of my own money? If you overpay me, then that means on the next year you just give me a little less. That's it. Send me a little less of what I've made, you know. But you're not gonna tell me to pay you $25,000 of money that I already earned and worked into this, so that if I get laid off, I can survive of the money that I had put into it. These people are a bunch of thieves. You feel me? No, I ain't paying them the $25,000. No, I ain't paying it. Okay. First of all, if you don't know what you're doing, then you shouldn't be in that position. Second of all, you're doing that payroll. How do you not know that you're overpaying when I got to send you guys my information of how much I earned, how much I all this paperwork before you guys decide how much you're going to send me a week, and you guys screw that up where I have to pay you guys $25,000 of my own money? You never get it. Ever would I give you guys 25,000. You guys had to figure that out. It was your mistake. You figure it out. And it's not even a mistake because it's my own money. So how are you going to charge me? Well, good. If you paid me more than what I was getting, that's good. That's money I had in there that you guys can afford to give me because it was my own money. It's a bunch of thieves. You heard? Okay. And on top of that, they still collecting money when you work. All that money still goes into collecting. So if you ever um, get laid off, you can get some of that money, but you're not gonna get it because to them you owe them. So they're gonna keep taking from you. And anytime you file, they're gonna say, "Oh no, you still owe us $25,000. Hold on, I owe you $25,000, but you've been taking for the past 5 years, so we're even." You see what I'm saying? They'll know they want their 25,000, but they're still gonna keep taking from you. Fucking bunch of thieves. I'm done. I'm already done with that. You feel me? This is why I say they're scamming us every each way you can think they scamming. Okay? And when you say you don't want to pay or you're not gonna pay, then it's a threat. Then they want to threaten you. Listen, I would knock one of those I would knock their block off their head. You heard? I'm just really tired of the way they're treating us. And if you guys don't feel the same way, then something wrong with you. Then you know what? Then you deserve to get played because you're letting them play with your life. You're letting them play with your money. You let them play with your hard-earned money. You feel what I'm saying? So if you want to be a punk, then be a punk. You know what I mean? I'm not doing it. I'm not paying. I'm not giving them nothing. They can come to my door and arrest me. I don't care. You feel me? I'm gonna stand my ground. But for us to win, we have to be on the same page. Everybody has to not go to work for say 2 weeks. Everybody in the world said, "I'm not. We're not work. We're not going. We're shutting down the companies. Nobody's going to work for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Save your money up where you can stay off work for 3 weeks. Everybody, and see how we hurt them. Okay, see how much damage we can do by not going to work for 3 weeks. Everybody, every city shut down. Nobody work, nobody buy nothing. And see how those people start to shake in their boots. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, well, I'll lose my job. Well, then go find another job. Why are you so scared? Oh, I'm going to lose. Listen, who cares what you lose? When you die, you ain't taking nothing. When we die, we ain't taking nothing with us but our skin. And we're not even taking our skin, that stays back. We don't even own the skin we carry. This stays too. I don't know how else to talk to my people, and put some sense into a lot of people, man. Because I mean, I know you guys got to see it through internet, man. I'm not just the only one talking about this. There's plenty of people talking about this all through social media, and I get it, man. We and it's time to stop talking and do and start doing some damage. You know, start doing some damage. They control everything, but facts are facts. You know what I mean? Truth is the truth, and we've been living our lives with a bunch of lies. See, when you speak the truth, it bothers them because those are people that live lies. They don't live with the truth. The truth hurt them. The truth exposes them. You see, the truth exposes them, tells them who they really are. Those people don't want to know nothing about the truth. Well, all of them are a bunch of liars, thieves, you know, fraudulent people. All they do is take, destroy, and kill. You know, that 9/11, they have us thinking that Iraq did that, then Bin Laden did that. That wasn't Bin Laden. That was us. That was our own people. Just to go over there, kill Bin Laden, take his oil and his money. That's what it was all about. And who were the dummies there? We were the dummies, and all the military people that went out there to kill those people for no reason. Guilty, murder, blood in their hands for no reason. You know, that's the government we got that are willing to kill their own people just to go into another country and do what they do, the dirty shit they do. You know, and then got the American people, you know, go, 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 go Americans and don't even know that they were the one that caused everything, you know. And the history speaks for itself. Like you don't have to listen to me. If you go on and you see what countries have done the most fucking killings and intrude and intrude other countries, it's America. We're the ones that went in other countries and killing people. Ain't you ain't never heard Russia going nowhere to take over no country. You never heard China going nowhere to take no country. Nobody but us. We're the bullies. But America knows who to mess with and who not to mess with. You know, they cowards too. They know they prey on the weak. You feel me? They prey on the countries that don't got weapons like they got weapons because they know better. You know, you think if Iraq and those other countries that they went into had the same amount of weapons that America has, you think America would have been in there? Hell no, because they know it would have been on. They would have been sitting up on us. You see, so America's a bully. They go after the little guys and try to take everything from them. Let them do that shit to Russia. Go to China. Go to North Korea and see if you can do that. I don't think so. You feel me? And I believe that everything that our government said about Russia and Mr. Putin, it's not even real. It's just to make us hate them for no reason. You know, oh, the Russians are this, the Russians are that. I ain't never heard Russia's one quiet ass country. I ain't never heard nothing. I ain't never heard Russia or Putin do anything. And if he does, and if he did do anything, he did it quiet enough where nobody knew nothing. You know what I'm saying? China, same thing. You know. So and those people don't mess with nobody. You know, Chinese people are good people. You know, I like Chinese people. They quiet, they mind their business, they're about their business. You know what I mean?
They're good people, you know. So, folks, I just wanted to come in here and talk a little bit about this because I'm seeing this online, and I just really wanted to see what you guys thought about it. And I see not really nobody really responding to this, but that's fine. You got your own reasons why. Um, but I'm gonna speak on it. I don't care. You know, I'm at the point of I don't know how much more I got to live, but I'm gonna speak my mind, and if I have to go out on the bang, believe so. You better believe I'm going out in the bang. But I'm done. I'm tired of giving my money to these people. I'm really tired of giving my money to these people, and and I don't care what nobody say. They can do what they want, and they say, "Oh, we're gonna take whatever you want to take," because I'm not taking none of anything that they take from me. I'm not taking with me when I die, so it don't matter to me. Okay, what's up, Sarah? You know, you can take whatever you want to take from me because at the end of the day, it ain't mine anyway. I'm just borrowing it. I'm just living to work to pay for it to have to use. At the end of the day, nothing that we have we're gonna take with us when it's time to go. So why even worried about it? Live your life to the fullest. Fuck what they got to say, elites. Listen, the government is going to the government, right? So live your life to the best of your ability. You know what I'm saying? Um, live life to the fullest and forget about it. What's up, Lisa? What's up, Mama? Because at the end of the day, you know, we all we got, right? We all we got, and nothing, like I said, nothing that you got that you think you own. Not your house, not your car, not the clothes on your back, not even the skin that you carry, you own. Because when you die, that's not going with you. You know what I mean? It's not. So, don't stress out. Like, I don't care about the government no more. Like, really, I really don't give a fuck about what they say or what they want to come take me for. Like, I don't care anymore. Like I said, I haven't filed taxes in 5, 6 years. I don't care. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they can take my license. I don't care about that. I mean, what I care about is living free, living life to the fullest, being happy. That's all I care about. I don't care about none of that other stuff. The system, the matrix. I don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? All that's material. Don't mean nothing. Yes, great way to say it, Sarah. Living on borrowed time. Exactly, 100%. I agree. Hmm. Yes, exactly, Lisa. I was saying that earlier before you came on. It's still not your house because you have to pay true facts. Exactly. You know, and I laugh when people say, "Oh, that's my house." That's it's it's your house because you're living in it and you're paying your mortgage to live there. You're only paying for convenience, and I say it again. You're only living in the house for convenience. You have a better, you have your yard, you have your garage. That's it. You're just living. You got for space. You're paying for a bigger space. That's all, but it ain't yours. Like Lisa said, you can pay your mortgage, you know, and even when you're done paying for the house, $500,000, 1.5 million for whatever house you bought, and it's paid cash for, it's still not your house. What you did was you threw $1.5 million away. You gave the bank that money, right? And the day you get sick and you can't pay your property taxes, you come for your house. So now you lost your 1.5 million and you lost your house and you're on the street. And what the bank does is they're going to take your house and put it back on
the market after they made the 1.5 million off of you and put it up for sale again for another 400,000 or a million or whatever, and do it again. And that's what they keep doing and doing and doing, and they become millionaires. And people just, lose money. Oh, Lisa, you're funny. I don't even own my damn car. I just, I don't even own my damn car. Shoot, as long as you got those license plate in your car, you're part of the system. You know, because you register your car, you registering it to the system, so they own that car. You get pulled over, you it's not registered, they take it. They take your car. Why are you going to take my car? Take the license plate. That's what I'm paying for. That's what's part of your system is the plates on the car, not my car. I paid for the car. The car is mine, right? You buy a car with no plate, right? You bought it, it's yours. Now, for order for you to ride it on the street, you have to register it through the system to be able to ride your car. So now you put those plates on your car. Now the car becomes the system's car. It's all a game. You feel me? So now if you owe tickets, right, and they pull you over, they put a boot in your car, they don't take the plates. They take the whole thing. They take your car and the plate. Instead of just taking the plates, because that's what you're paying for, is the plates to be able to move your vehicle. You feel me? So I tell the cop, listen, you ain't taking my car. You can take the plates that belongs to the city, but you're not taking my car. I'll take the plates off right now. Oh, well, you can't take the plates or you can't leave the car here without. It's all bullshit. It's all a game. They want to take your car, especially if you got a nice car, because they can make money off that. Because if you don't pay for the thing, you're gonna take it, impound it, and then they sell it and make money off of your shit, off your property. You know what I'm saying? It's your property. Once you put that license plate on the car, it's not your property anymore. Okay, I got you. Okay, you too, mama. Yeah, that's another thing. You get sick, they want you to get sick. They want you to get sick so they can put you on medication, not to get you better, just to keep you, you know, just to keep you breathing, just to keep you okay, just for you to keep um depending on that medication. They don't want you to get well because it's bad for business. They need you to stay sick. They need you to keep taking medication. So the pharmacies, it's all a business, folks. And when you start to realize that life is a business, everything that these people do with us is a business. It's a way of them making money. Then you're going to realize that you're going to say, fuck the system. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? With all that, I'm just going to live my life. And the way to do that is to try to live your life without having to use the system, without having to use the system. Like, you don't need to get a license. You can still operate. You got scooters. You got now they got these type of scooters that you can drive without having to pay these people no money. It's you got to find a way to not use the system, because when you do, they find a way to take from you. So it's kind of like trying to be underground. Listen, the only people that suffer here, the only people that lose are the people in the middle class. You know who lives free? You know who lives free? The homeless and the rich people. The people in between, which is you and me that work, we're the ones that are effed. We're the ones that are fucked. Okay? Because we're the ones that pay the taxes. We're the ones they after. We're the ones that lose the houses, But the billionaires, they don't worry about that. The homeless don't worry about that because they don't pay bills. They're homeless. They don't pay bills. Why are they going to go after them? They don't got nothing to take. But the middle class people, those are the ones that are getting the stiff one. We are the ones getting the stiffy. You know what I'm saying? Hi, Irene. How are you, mama? It's hot right now, Irene. Here, woo, boys. We burning over here. Yeah, listen, Sarah, I always say get a second opinion, because all these doctors want to tell you is that you're sick so they can pump medication into you. You know the money that these people make through your insurance by keeping you sick and giving you medication. These people make thousands of dollars. That's why they need us to be sick, so they can keep making money and keep pumping medications into people. People, we got to be smarter. Okay. Listen, people weren't getting sick enough. Think about it. People wasn't getting sick enough for these big companies. They wasn't making enough money. So what they do to get us sick so they can make more money, poison our water, mess up our foods, put all these chemicals in our foods to keep us sick so that we can stay in hospitals, because hospitals ain't making money if we are not in there. So what is something that people consume all day, every day, 24 hours a day is food and water. So if they can poison your food, poison your water, guess what? You're sick. And they get you sick where you don't die, but you're sick enough where you need to go to the hospital, and they can give you some pills to keep you where they want to keep you, and then keep pumping more drugs into you. It's all a game. It's just how the system works. So until we don't wake up and realize that what they're doing to us is trying to keep us sick so that these farmer industries can make money. Listen, that's why they want to take care of they want to take over the farms. They didn't want the farmers to sell us nothing, because they need us to be sick. Before all this food stuff happening, there wasn't a lot of people getting sick. The hospitals weren't making money because there weren't people going to the hospital getting sick. So they wasn't making money. They wasn't squeezing the insurances for all the money. But now that they got all the food system fucked up, they got the water system messed up, people are going to get sicker and sicker. What that means, business into the hospital, business into the pill marketing business. All these big companies make money. We need to start growing our own foods. We need to start going to farms, get the real butchers and buy real food. Go to the bitch and get real chicken eggs from the chickens from there, and buying from the stores. The lettuce, the vegetables, none of that is real. It's to keep us sick. Haven't you noticed that in America, every man has a bear belly? I'm not going to say everybody, but most of the men got beer bellies. Why? And women too. Some women got two bellies. Their stomach coming out and their booty popping out. It's like they're walking around with two booties. Why? China guys, you barely see people with bellies. But here in America, the average guy from 30 something to 50 some beer bellies. You're like, damn, well, hell, I don't drink beer. You know, I barely drink soda. I'm always drinking water. How am I? Why is my belly out like that? Okay. And everybody is most of the people here are obese. How? Is the stuff that they feeding us. They want us to be sick so that these people can make money. Remember, we're the bottom of the food chain. We are their money machine. We're the ones that go out and work to try to survive, but these people are being rich off of us, and they know that. You feel me? So they play us the way they do. So it's time to wake up, folks. Time to wake up. Find another way to beat the system. You know what I mean? Find a way. You know. Let's stop living the way they want us to live. Let's live the way we want to live. If they don't like it, well, that's their problem. And when they come to us, we stick together and we fight back. They bring guns, we bring guns. They bring an army, we bring an army. Because at the end of the day, we all gonna die. We all gonna die today, tomorrow, the next week, the following, next year, the year before that. Your death, it's already written. Our death is already written. So why be scared? Why be scared to stand up and fight for what you believe in? Or you rather just die being a coward? You feel me? And that's just the way it is, folks. You know, facts are facts. Stop being scared. Stop letting these people control us. See, I'm here talking. I'm just one guy. There's other people on podcasters that are on the same page, but that's not enough of us. We need the whole country aboard. We need the whole country aboard on this to fight back. And then I can tell you what the results could be or may be. But right now, we losing in a big way. Okay? We losing in a big way. Americans are getting too lazy. We've always been lazy. Always wanted the easy way out. And that's why we stuck in this position that we are. Now we're trying to get out and people complaining and crying, and it's hard to get out because on top of the fact that people are crying and crying and stuff, they don't want to do nothing about it either. Like they're expecting someone to come and save their asses. Listen, if you ain't willing to save your own ass, ain't nobody coming to save yours. Either you're going to be part of the solution or you're going to be the problem. I'd rather be part of the solution, regardless of how I live. You know, like I said, I don't care what I lose because at the end of the day, I'm not keeping it anyway. Because when I die, it ain't going with me. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're living in an illusion in this world. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, look around other countries that America says are third world countries. We're the third world country. Go to China, see how they living. Go to Russia and see how their city is. Nothing like the U.S. Nothing. Go to Dubai. See how their city is. Nothing like the U. We're the third world country. You feel me? The best thing is try to leave the country. Go leave America and go to another country. That's what people need to do. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I heard like 500,000 people moved out of Boston not too long. I think it was last year. The lady there moved out of Boston because Boston is hard. It's hard to live. I think it was like 500 people moved out, and people are going to stop moving out, and that's what they need to do. If you guys ain't going to play by the game the right way, then people are going to stop moving. We got some. Boston is a beautiful city. I ain't going to lie. We got one of the most beautiful cities, but it's one of the most expensive. And who the hell wants to rent an apartment downtown for $5,000, $6,000 a month? Like who has that type of money? And even if you had it, why would you want to pay $6,000 for an apartment for four walls? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. Who the hell made them think that their apartment's worth $6,000, $5,000, $4,000? Like who? I don't get it. You know what I mean? What's up, Donnie? My man, I was just talking about you a little while ago. NJ. Hey, Nancy, how are you? So, you know, that's the problem today that we have in society, that we let the government do what they want with us. And until we don't stand together, and I mean everybody, I don't care what, I don't, you can be purple, orange, I don't care what nationality you are. If we don't stand together, we're going to lose this war. And this war has already started. And I need more podcasters to start talking about what's really going on in our communities, in our city, in our country. As podcasters, we need to put this message out there. Yeah, I do my show, I do my interviews with people, about, what we do, entertainment. That's fine. That's just entertainment. Let's talk reality. Let's talk reality. Let's talk what's really going on in our backyards. That's what my show is about today. Talking about what's going on in my backyard, in my city, with ICE, with Donald Trump and all his goonies, trying to put pressure on the American people, trying to take what they don't own. You feel me? That's what we need to talk about. People be scared. I don't know what people scared. Speak your mind, like freedom of speech. They trying to take away our commitments. We're gonna let them have. We're gonna let them have. Let it happen just because there's enough of us to put the pressure on these people. But we need to unite. We need to go and rally up and go down to the White House. And if we need to bum Russia like they did last time, then so be it. We go to war. I mean, the war's already here. You see what I'm saying? We need to stop being afraid. That's the whole thing. They control you by fear. When you gonna wake up? See, the thing with us is like, and I'm not gonna say that some of my people ain't scared. They could be, but we some people, blacks, Latinos, and some other races, we got that hard blood in us that we die. We ready to die. We need a lot of you others to be on that same page. I'm fighting for my family. I'm fighting for your family. I'm fighting for you. You feel me? I'm putting my life on the line for you, your family, and my family. I don't want to see you starve. I don't want to see your kid crying because his stomach's hurting because he can't eat. I can't stand by and watch that happen. It's not in me. It's not in my blood. It's not in my people. We don't roll like that. You feel me? So we need to get together one way. It's gonna happen. It's gotta happen. If you a podcaster, if you're a person that brings content on social media, you got to see what's going on. You got to see what's going on social media. I see it. I'm gonna speak on it. To me, that's more important than anything else I do on this podcast. Why? Because it's about my people, humanity. You feel me? It'll hurt me if you can't get up tomorrow and buy your kid some food because you can't afford it. That bothers me. You know, I can go without a meal, but I can't see a kid go without a meal and I know he's crying because he's hungry. I can't stand there and watch or walk by him like that. We need to protect each other, right? We need to fight this system one way or the other. We already slaves. But we need to do something. We really do. Things are getting really crazy out here. And big shout out to, like I said, to my boy Tate, Andrew Tate. Big shout out to him because he speaks nothing but facts. We are in this matrix and we in it deep. And we're waiting until it get too late to do anything to fight back, which is probably already too damn late. But we need to do what we can do, the little we can do to try to get away from this matrix. Okay? As long as you got a license, a birth certificate, and a social security, we're part of the slave. We're part of the slave world. We're part of the matrix. Find a way to get away from all that. I'm at the point where I'm ready to go move to another country, change my whole identity. You feel me? And I'm not surprised if they try to go get you and say, "Oh, that's our slave. He left our country, came here. He's part of America. He needs to go back. They want to extradite you." That's because you know why they do that because we're their slaves. So if you go to another country where you're there and they extradite you back to America, it's because not because you belong to America, it's because you're a slave to America. So you a slave, a runaway, and move to another country, and they want you back because they need you to work and make them the money. People, bro, this government got so much game, is unbelievable. And until people don't wake up and smell what's going on and see what's going on, we're always going to be losing. We're always going to be slave to these people. It's time to break that chain and not slaves. I'm not talking about, sorry, I'm not talking about black and Latino being slaves because we're all slaves. White people too. Okay. You got a birth certificate, you got a birth certificate, you got a birth certificate and a social security, you a slave too. They give you a little bit of more room to run because of your skin color. But if you didn't have that skin color, trust me, you'd be just as bad as we are. But you're still a slave. So, you know, what are we going to do? You know, what are we going to do? Time is ticking. By 2028, they're going to try to control everything, going to be digital. You know, money's going to disappear. The money's starting to disappear. They want everything through digital. And once that happens, we done. You can't say, "Oh, I'm going to go to the bank and take out." You won't be able to do that. You won't be able to go in your wallet and pull out $20 and buy what you want. It's going to be through a card digital, and that's if they give you permission to use that money for whatever it is. It's all about control and power, and we letting it happen. I've been telling people
years. Stop using credit cards. Use cash. Use cash. Use cash. Don't use those credit cards. Those credit cards are made for you to be in debt. That's what they're there for. So you can be in debt. Some credit cards I had, when I had credit cards, it was like 35%. Who the hell gonna pay 35% to who? For a loan? Listen, when we are born and we giving a social security number, there's money put into that social security card for you as a slave because they use your name to sell you to other companies and stuff, is what a lot of people don't know. You know, you're a number, you're a number, right? And in that number, it has thousands of dollars in it, but you don't know that. Follow your social security number. There's a number behind it. Follow that number, and you'll see where you're going to end up. Okay. So just be wiser and live your life how you want, not how they want you to live, how you want to live it. That's what we need to do. Start living our lives like we want to live it, not like they want us to live it. See things start to change, you see things start to happen. Okay. Because enough is enough, folks. You know, and I don't know how much to stress it, but if you don't stand your ground, you'll be underground. Okay. So I just wanted to come in here and talk a little bit about what, about this because it's something that's been on my mind. And I wanted to see what a lot of you had to say about this, or how you felt about what's going on in our world with these pedophiles and these wars that are happening, for no reason, you know, and I really wanted to see what your thoughts were, you know. So yeah, let's see. Lost Media with Nicole and Sean will be now in April. Shooting in April. Um, I don't even know if I'll be able to go. I'll tell you the truth. Things are just really tough right now, and I got a lot of things that I need to take care of. You know, um, over here. And so I don't think I will be going to Vegas for this next film because it's just not. Listen, it's just not my time right now. There's a lot of things that's going on here, and it needs to be taken care of before I decide to do anything else, anywhere else. You know what I mean? Um, but we need to stay focused on what's going around in this in society today in this world. Um, you see what's going on. Don't be a part of the problem. Be a part of the solution. Um, you know, trying to find a way out of this matrix. It's the key. Brian Barbosa, what's up, my brother? God bless you and your wife, man. Brian Barbosa, two-time champion of the world, my brother. Nice to see you, man. Check out my brother Brian Barbosa. You guys follow him, a great guy. Last time I saw him, he was working out of a gym, training some kids. Not sure if he's still doing it, but look him up. One of the greatest fighters ever. You guys can look him up. That's Brian the Bull Barboza. Brian the Bull Barboza. Brian, if you think we could have won a couple rounds back in them days,
Love you, man. You heard? Love you, man. Great guy. So, folks, that's I would like to do a movie. I would like to do a movie with what's going on right now, exposing everything, you know, exposing what's going on in our country. The pedophiles, all that negative shit, expose it, you know, and maybe that can help people's eyes open because I just don't know what people are looking at. Love you too, brother. I just really don't know what a lot of the people are looking at. I mean, how can you be so blind of what's going on? And like I said earlier, I'm tired of talking about it. We need action. Okay? We need to start arresting people, starting from the White House, from the president. How you got 35 charges of felonies and you president? If you can be president, after all those charges and be a pedophile on top of that, then you can't tell me I can become a DEA agent, an FBI agent, or work for the government with my record when your president is the pedophile, murderer, and sick individual on top of all the other shit he is, and the criminal, and he's the president, and you guys okay with that? Don't come over here telling me, oh, you got to pay your taxes. F you. Don't come over here telling me, oh, you can't be. I'm saying, listen, we're going to be going to war for real. Okay, before you come to me or tell me what I'm doing wrong, you better go talk to the president, to your boss about what he's doing. Go talk to him about that shit. Okay, don't come over here flexing your muscles on me because I don't want to pay taxes. Flex all you want, you ain't getting nothing. You feel me? You can flex, I can flex. You got guns, I got guns too. You got homies, I got homies too. You feel me? Straight like that. You ain't scaring nobody over here. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, we American people are the most scariest people I've known. Every other country is willing to fight their government for what they believe in, except America. Why? I don't get it. People talk about, oh, look at Mexico, but Mexico got balls. They're ready to tear the whole city down. You feel me? We need that. They fighting their own country. They fighting their government. They gunning. Okay? They gunning for real, for real. That's what we need to do here in America. Okay? Get all the hillbillies together. Get all the veterans together. Get all the gang members together. And everybody else that's willing to get down. And let's take it to them. Let's take it to the White House. Okay? Because they're bringing it to us. They're bringing it to us. They're getting us sick. They're killing, murdering a lot of us, and we just standing taking a lot of our kids. These pedophiles, all these kids are missing. McDonald's and Burger King feeding us our own children, feeding us humans, and we ain't doing nothing about it. They're exposing it. They telling us, showing us what they're doing, and we okay with it. Oh my God, they're feeding us hamburgers, and it could be human meat. You deserve to eat that shit if you're straight coward. You feel me? Because it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way at all. And I speak for me. I don't speak for nobody. I speak for myself. You know what I mean? I'm from the hood. I grew up in the streets. And my record speaks for me. I don't need to say no. My record as a street thug speaks for itself.
Not that I live like that. I don't live like that anymore. But shit, I can switch in a minute if I have to. If I have to pick up that gun again to protect my people, protect what's mine, hell yeah. Shit, I'll die for it. That's my mentality. I don't know about nobody else's, you know. And I'm not saying that violence is the way out. I'm not That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if you push a cat to the corner, if you push a cat to a corner, what you think the cat's gonna do? It can be the nicest cat in the world, but push that cat to the corner where he feels threatened, okay? And see, or a dog or any animal, and you tell me if it's gonna be a good day for you. And so that's what's happening to people. People are starting to get pushed back into a corner, and a lot of them are speaking out, and a lot of them are okay. They're okay with being bullied and told what to do and thrown around and taken advantage of. They're okay with that. I'm not okay with that. They've been doing that for us for years, and it's time to wake up, folks. Wake up, you know. Let's do what it do. Do my life story for real, you know. Um, so folks, you have to at one point in your life, you got to man up, and women, you got to stand up too. This is not just for the men, women too. You know, y'all women are gonna have to someday pick up a weapon to defend yourself or defend your family, no matter what you say. We all in it together. Women and men of all colors. This the system is not going after just one particular color. It's going after everybody. This is hurting everybody. You know what I mean? And so dividing us is one of the way, and putting fear into us is one of the ways to keeping us of uniting, because that's the only way they know that we can attack. But we need to stop being scared and get together and make it happen. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna let you guys go. I've been here for a minute. I just wanted to run that by and just kind of see what you guys thought about it. I know a lot of you guys probably don't want to talk about it because a lot of you guys are scared. That's all right. That's your prerogative. We ain't scared over here. We're gonna speak facts and what it is. So fuck Trump, fuck his team, bunch of pedophiles. Yep, you heard it here on the Don Big Show. I said it and I meant it. Okay, on both sides. Okay, because they both on the same team. Don't get it twisted. They both red and blue are on the same team. They just making it seem like they separated to make you guys think there it is, but they're all the same thing. Okay, this is business. Okay, politics is business. They're both on the same team. Remember that. Thanks, Susan. So so you guys have a great day. Have a great night. Remember, this is the Don Vic Show. We keep it real here all day, every day. We keep it 100. If it's not something you like to hear, then you can always find another show to go look at. But I'm going to tell you the facts. I'm going to tell you how it is, the way I can say it best. And as long as they get through to you, then I did my job. So I love you guys. You guys have a great night, and I'll see you soon. Peace, love, respect. I'm out of here. Peace.